We have new information right now on the search for those 16 Americans and one Canadian abducted in Haiti. According to the Wall Street Journal, the gang that abducted this group of missionaries is demanding $17 million in ransom. Kelsey Kernstein is in Millersburg, Ohio. The missionary group is based right there. Kelsey, what more are you learning about this investigation?
Well, Adrienne, I just got a chance to speak with a woman who works for Christian Aid Ministry, and she tells me that, in fact, that she believes that many of these missionaries are not, in fact, from Millersburg, Ohio. Now, I asked her about this heartbreaking situation, and she says, well, maybe it's the spreading of God's word, and that's what they're all about at Christian Aid Ministry. Now, these 17 that were kidnapped, now they were last seen leaving an orphanage in the area of outside of the capital. Now, 400 Mawozo gang, that is what Haitian police believe to be blamed as the kidnapping. Now, they say that this gang is known for murder as well as violence and extortion. Now, they are demanding a ransom. That's what they believe, that many of these gangs demand ransom for millions of dollars, sometimes even killing those that are kidnapped. Now, there are some that are showing their support.
It's inspiring that they're so willing to serve and love others in a practical way, even if it takes their own life.
Now, I did speak with the local sheriff's office, and they tell me they're working actively with the FBI. They also say they don't know much other than that U.S. authorities are working with Haitian officials.
All right, Kelsey, thank you so much. And we want to continue this conversation on a dire situation. Joining us right now, Florida-based James Pierre. He is a journalist from Haiti and knows this story and the island very intimately. James, $17 million. This gang is trying to demand $1 million per person. One of the most startling reports is that this is a group of missionaries with children involved. Do we know the ages of these children?
We know they are from 3 to 5 years old, but $17 million is also bringing a lot of uncertainty, not only for the hostages, but at the same time for the family of the missionaries. You can imagine FBI is on the ground, but of course they do not have $17 million on hand. We just learned from a high-ranking member of the Department of Justice in Haiti. Apparently the missionaries, they are not inside of the base where the Katsamawazo usually operate in Kwadebuke. They are in a different location and they are safe. That's the latest information that the Katsamawazo gave to the negotiators on the ground of Haiti. Very difficult situation, and they are not willing to budge about the $17 million based on the latest that we are receiving now.
Okay, and to be clear for our audience, you're mentioning the gang's name, the Mawozo, I believe is how you say it. Mawozo gang, yes. They are known for kidnapping. Is that correct? They actually have they demanded ransom like this in the past?
They have demanded ransom like this in the past. They kidnapped at least 4 to 5 priests. They were asking $300,000. But this is for the first time that we know a high number like that, $17 million. Words are on the street that they want to raise at least $100 million before the end of the year. Why? We don't know, but they want to grow exponentially. They want to be at least the top gang in operating in Port-au-Prince. We also know that there are other gangs operating in different locations, and we know how difficult it is for police to enter these, the area of these gangs to try to either release the hostage or to negotiate. So we can feel that they want to have more money in order to recruit more members to become more powerful.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, this gang, the 400 Mawozo, this gang is supposedly one of the gangs that has been growing in strength. This is a very impoverished nation at this point to ask for this much money. They are trying to exert power. What is the government doing right now to help recapture these Americans?
The government is working with the FBI. How it works is here we have what we call the hostage cell. Members of the FBI, also Department of Justice in the United States, and other intelligence agency members, they are coming together, work with the Haitian authorities to find a way to release the hostages as soon as possible and safe. That is what the Haitian government is doing right now with representative of the United States. It's almost like they are facilitating the work, but no boots on the ground, no police activities in Kwadebuke or around Titanye, where the missionaries have been kidnapped for the past 3 days.
A gang targeting missionaries, nuns, and priests. We will continue to follow this story closely. James Pierre, appreciate your reporting.